Okay, so here is some new recordings I'm gonna do. I got a chance to do any recordings over the weekend. I've been so busy with stuff. All right, so this one is gonna go into racism, self-hatred, and it focuses on President Emmanuel Macron. Now, recently, due to the George Floyd riots, and it's still ongoing, even though George Floyd was buried this week, and rest in peace to him. There's one of the after effects of that is that a lot of his colonial status has been moved around the world, and unfortunately, systematic white supremacists pushing back against it. And one obvious member of that team white supremacists is President Macron. So listen to what his bullshit says. Macron rejects racism, but colonial statues to remain. French President Emmanuel Macron vowed Sunday to stand firm against racism, quote unquote, and said France should take a fresh look at its relations with relations with Africa. However, he insists that France will not take down statues of controversial colonial era figures as happened in other countries in the wake of George Floyd's death and ensuing worldwide protests against racial injustice. Unusually for a French leader, Macron acknowledged that someone's address, name, color, or skin can reduce their chance of succeeding in French society. I mean, he's not saying what we're going to do about it, obviously. So that knows this is a very scripted response. After multiple protests in France in recent weeks, he promised to be uncompromising in face of racism, anti-Semitism, and discrimination. More quote unquote right there. Amid calls to take down statues tied to France's slave trade of colonial lands, Macron showing his true colors right here. I'm inserting this part, alright? Macron warned against the danger of trying to rewrite history. The Republic will not erase any trace or name from its history. It will not now take his statues. Alright, and the article. Now, what he meant to say was that these symbols of systematic white supremacy, we're going to keep that around because because these people, despite what insidious, unsavory individuals are in life, they are a reminder of the white supremacy system and culture that we're trying to elevate. And Macron's just showing his true colors right here. You know, he just basically he could have just said if he wants to remind people of these dirtbag colonialists, have a museum dedicated to why these were evil son of bitches. But just having these statues right there that shows that we don't want to take down these symbols because these people, well, I'm on the team basically, which is not surprising because France, like many European countries, took an active part in slave trade. All right, and so they're basically just saying, yeah, we're holding on to a racist idea symbols. All right, so Macron is just showing where his true allegiance lies. So he's no better than Boris Johnson, Benjamin Netanyahu, Jair Bolsonaro, and of course the orange one in the U.S. So all I can say is that Macron's showing more about himself, and he's just like the governor of New York, Andrew Cuomo, I believe, where he refused to take down the statue of Christopher Columbus, was one of the most evil, insidious figures in the colonialism chapter. And he just more and more, and whatever justification Cuomo gave for that, he's just showing that, hey, I'm keeping this scumbag statue around because he's reminded what white supremacy is, the team that I'm obviously batting for. So Macron he's just basically saying he can miss me what he's saying about taking a stand against racism. He's just contradicting himself right there because he's saying that he doesn't reject racism. I think what he's just basically doing is that he's just saying I'm just trying to sugarcoat this piece of crap right here. So this is for my main well, like I said, because of the dicks at YouTube, main YouTube page is suspended for a few more days. So it's going to be Real Thoughts of Miles. But what I'll do is when they restore it, I want to put that in this main YouTube page and also our platforms because again, the people at YouTube, you need to fire some of these people, especially at CEO, because you're all on some bullshit right there, alright? And I'm not the only one who thinks that. But anyway, so alright, so I'll post this ASAP and I'm on to the new other recordings. Alright.